Alright guys, so this is quantitative prediction, okay? Prediction meaning that we are going to use proportion, okay? Line equals line. This side is going to be what the question's asking for, so the probability. And then this side is going to be our prediction side. Okay? So, this is what we learned yesterday. It says on a football team, 12 players. There are 12 players. 3 are wearing Nikes, 5 are wearing Adidas, 4 are wearing Puma. Based on the information, if there are 60 players on a football team, how many can be expected to wear Nikes? Okay, so again, this is predicting, so we are going to write our proportion, okay? The proportion is going to tell us what the question's asking for. It says the probability, question's asking us for Nike, right? And then on the bottom is always total. On this side, our predicting side, it's telling us that there could be 60 players. That is the prediction. That is our total prediction. So it's going to go on the bottom right side here, 60. I don't know how many of those 60 wore Nike shoes, okay? So I'm going to put an X there. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my numbers now. I have Nike shoes, I have 3. That number's going to go on top, and my total, it tells me right here, my total players are 12. Okay. So there's 2 ways you can solve this. This sets us up for the baseball method, cross multiply and divide, or you can find the relationship. I'm going to do both ways just so you can see it. The first way I'm going to do is the relationship. 12 times something is going to give me 60. I know that 12 times 5 is equal to 60. Whatever I multiply on bottom, I have to multiply on top. So 3 times 5 is 15. So my answer is going to be 15. 15 out of 60 people will wear Nikes. Okay, now I'm going to do the baseball method real quick. That means I'm going to cross multiply. You're going to multiply these 2 numbers. 60 times 3, which is 180. Then divide that by 12. 12 can't go into 1. 12 can go into 18 one time. Subtract. And then 12 goes into 65 times. So again, we still get the same answer. 15. Okay. Remember, Desmos people, you're putting this in the calculator. You're putting 3 times 60 and then divided by 12. And you'll get your answer. Turn it over on the back. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing today. So today, we're still solving for the same thing, but the difference is, it says based on the information, if there are 60 players on the football team, which statement is supported? Okay, so we're still looking for our predictions, but supported means that if it is true. So we got to see which one of these answer choices is true. Okay? So we are going to go ahead and we kind of already know the answer from the previous problem. We're going from 12 players, that's my total, to my total prediction, which was 60. Okay, so that means when I found my relationship, I was multiplying by 5, right? So I'm going to multiply all these numbers by 5. That's all I did. We did this in the previous problem, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. So we're going to start. A. It says the number of football players wearing Puma cleats will be 4. So if I were to do my prediction, my probability of Puma over total equals to blank. We don't know how many are Puma out of the 60. Okay, so my total on this side is 12. And then my Pumas are 4. Okay, again, all we were doing was just multiplying by 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. So 20 out of the 60 players will wear Puma. So does that statement correct? It says the number of football players wearing Puma will be 4. Well, no, that's not true. There's going to be 20 out of the 60 wearing 4. Okay. B says the number of football players wearing Puma cleats will be 1 more than the number of players wearing Nike cleats. So we're comparing these two things. We're playing Puma and we're comparing it to Nike. Okay, we're still talking about the predictions. So out of 60 people, 20 people wear Puma, and out of 60, 15 people wear Nike. So that's what I just did. I just found my answer right here. 20 people wear Puma and 15 wear Nikes. So the question's saying that Pumas will be 1 more than the number of Nikes. So if I have 20, then that means that Nike should be 21, because all I'm adding is 1 more. Is the difference between these two 1? No. The difference between 20 and 15 is 5. So that statement is not correct. It's false. Okay, the next one, it says the number of football players wearing Adidas will be 25. I'm going to go up here, and out of the 60, 25 will be wearing Adidas. Okay, so that is true. Okay, I'm going to put a question mark, and I'm going to look at the last one. It says the number of football players wearing Nikes or Pumas will be 9. So that means, remember, you see or, you're adding. So Nikes plus Puma. I'm going to write my answer. I have Nikes is 15 plus Puma, which is 20. I just got my answers right here. Nikes 15 and Puma's 20. So if I add those two together, I get 35. Is that 9? No, that's false. So C is your answer. So these next questions, you're going to have to go through each of them. Okay? Go ahead into the next side. Example 1. So it says if a pizzeria has 120 customers on Tuesday, complete each statement. This is my prediction. Okay, if the pizzeria has 120 customers. So on this side, we're going to be using our proportion. Our line equals line. Remember, prediction is on this side, and then our probability is on the other side. Okay, so we're going to look at this table here, and the first thing I want to do is I want to add up my total. So what is the total? I'm going to have to add up all these numbers here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 18, 16. 1, 2, 3, so 36, and 36 plus 4 is 40. Okay, so my total here is 40. So when I'm figuring out all these problems, I already know my probability total. This is what's happening. So it's going to be 40, and then my prediction is 120. So these are not going to change throughout all of these questions, okay? So the first one, it says complete each statement. So it says the number of customers who order hamburger. I'm going to look over here and see how many people order hamburger. I'm going to go ahead and write my proportion. Again, this does not change, so I'm going to put 40 and 120 here. My probability of landing on hamburger is 12. But out of 120, I do not know how many are hamburgers. So I'm going to put an X there. That's what the question's asking for. So again, you could either cross multiply these two numbers across from each other, and then divide by 40, or you can find the relationship. The relationship here is 40 times something is going to give me 120. Well, I know that 40 times 3 is going to give me 120. So that means I'm going to multiply times 3 on top. So 12 times 3 is 36. So I just found my answer. The answer is 36. Out of these 36, out of 120, 36 chose hamburger. Okay? The next one. I want you to do the next one. So there's a number of customers who ordered cheese or pineapple. Remember, or means to add. So when you write your proportion, again, 40 and 120 do not change. What changes on top is you're going to have to add cheese and pineapple. And then you're going to solve for it, okay? Says the next one says the number of customers who order pepperoni will be blank more than the number of customers who order hamburger. Okay, so what I need to do here, since I already found my relationship, I know that we're multiplying times 3. I'm going to go ahead and multiply all these numbers times 3. I get 12, 18 times 3, let's do 54, 6 times 3 is 18, and 12 times 3 is 36. Alright, so pepperoni, out of 120, 54 chose pepperoni. Okay, out of hamburger, we just solved for that, it's 36. This is pepperoni and this is hamburger. Now it's asking me the number of customers who order pepperoni will be blank more than the number of customers who order hamburger. So what I need to do with these two is I need to find the difference. I need to subtract. So 54 minus 36. I'm going to subtract these two. 4 cannot be subtracted by 6. I need to borrow. 14 minus 6 is 8, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So I just found my answer. When I subtracted, I got 18 more people chose pepperoni than they did hamburger. Okay, the next one, there will be blank customers who order either cheese or pepperoni. There will be blank customers who order cheese or pepperoni. This one's kind of easy, so you're just going to add cheese and pepperoni together. Okay, you can either do proportion, cheese and pepperoni. Cheese is 6 and pepperoni is 18. So that's going to give me 24. Okay, you're going to cross multiply and divide. Or you can look up here, because we already found our relationship. Cheese is 18 and pepperoni is 54. No, just go ahead and cross multiply and divide, and then put your answer right here. Does most people, you're going to put in the calculator 24 times 120 and then divide it by 40, and you'll get your answer. Okay. So the next one says the difference between the number of customers who order pepperoni and the number of customers who order pineapple. Okay. So pepperoni, I had 54. And pineapple, I have 12. Okay. The key word here, it says, is the difference. Difference means that we are going to subtract. So we're going to subtract those two numbers there. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So So my answer is 42. The last one, it says there will be blank customers who choose cheese or hamburger, then pineapple. So again, this one you see or, you're adding. So cheese is 18 plus hamburger, which is 36. So I'm going to do it on the side here. 36 plus 18, which is 54. And then we have to subtract that from pineapple. Pineapple is 12. I'm going to do it on the side here. 54 minus 12. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So this one was the same answer, 42. Okay, so you are solving for these two questions, the ones with the star next to it, okay? When you're done, show your teacher the answer.